Hey guys, as many of you know, SP-2400 is ready to go into production now. At the moment I'm preparing a little video just going over where we're at the moment with the firmware, features and stuff like that I can. And I was going to talk about the timeline for getting these shipped out to you, but I thought it'd better to do this in a little separate update and keep that information separate because I know it's more important to a lot of you. As I said, I'm acutely aware that we're at the end of January now, and I really hope to be shipping these in December or January, so we're at the end of that now, so we're going to be late. There's a few things that have cropped up that's sort of distorted our timeline a little bit. One of the major ones in that being all of these slide pots. We use 8 of them in the SP-2400, and they're quite chunky little buggers. It was under my understanding that these were going to be ready to ship straight to my contract manufacturer, and alas they're not. And these parts have, because of the volumes that I'm ordering these parts in, there's a 3-week lead time in there. So unfortunately it holds back the production of the user interface panel a little bit. Now the enclosure and the silicon parts and the knobs and everything else will still continue to be starting to go into production from Monday. Which is when China come back from their New Year celebrations. I believe that the user interface boards are going to, the boards are going to be run with surface mount will be ready, but they'll be waiting for 3 weeks for these parts to arrive so that they can put those on the boards. The other thing that was really my fault, I wasn't thinking about this correctly, is with CordBot usually I get all my parts air freighted to me, so when they leave China they're usually here within a week. And it was an oversight on my part, which I apologise, but I really didn't factor in the fact that the weight with all of these parts and everything being shipped from China, air freight is totally not viable. So they're going to have to come on a boat, and they come into port in New York, and that is going to take around 3 weeks. So right now, between now and we're saying around 8 weeks time is when all the parts will land with me here, is when we'll start putting the things together and getting them out the door. Now some of the things I've done to mitigate this, we're going to have 5 people doing the assembly on the SP-2400, which is much more than the usual crew. We've sat there over the past couple of weeks and built a huge stock of CordBots, so those customers are taken care of as well. And also, with this short delay, it only gives us a chance to get more stuff into the firmware that we wanted to be in there for launch, and get things tidied up a bit more there. So I'm sorry to drop that bombshell that it's going to probably be sort of 8 to 10 weeks before we start shipping product. But we have done a lot of design changes over, and it's been less than a year, but we've done quite a few design changes there with adding stereo, which wasn't in the initial remit. So there was a few redesigns that we've done. And obviously adding the possibility for the filter boards and stuff like that. So we've done some pretty hefty redesign. So I'm still proud that we're here. We're at this stage in less than a year so far. But as I said, it's going to be about another 8 to 10 weeks before they start shipping out to you guys. Of course, there's still going to be updates from me showing where the firmware's at and stuff. And so if I've got any more update on that, I'll give info to you as soon as I have it. But for now I'm going to get back to producing this little video. And I should be having a live stream later on today or this evening with Ken Flux Pierce, and I'll post links to that on the page. Thanks for your patience, and sorry to let you know that news. It's not that bad, but I know I'm excited to be shipping them myself, so thanks for listening.